Okay, welcome to Business Idioms Part 2. Well done. I've just added a few more idioms to this list and I'll try to explain them. I'm giving you the meanings, but sometimes I get my opinion mixed up with the actual meaning. So it's a good idea to do a bit more research into this stuff. To figure things out is to find a solution by thinking about them. And we usually figure things out in our heads. So if somebody gives you a problem, you just sit, you think about it, you bring up all the pictures in your head, and then you say, right, I've got the solution, this is what we need to do. And that's why this all goes together really well, in my opinion. We figure things out, we come up with the solution by thinking, generally not by writing down and doing flowcharts. It's people who can really do things in their head. Usually people, scientific things or mathematical equations, people are really good at figuring these things out in their head. Now, a calculated risk is when we take a risk, but we know we have a good chance of success because we've weighed up the pros and the cons. That's another idiom, to weigh up the pros and the cons. So we did an example, we had an example today about bungee jumping. Somebody says, let's do bungee jumping, and you look and you think, well, where is it? How safe is it going to be? Where is it going to be? Is it going to be over water, over concrete? And you weigh up all the pros and cons, and then we take a calculated risk. And we make sure we use this verb when we use it. We take a risk. We take a calculated risk. To cut back on something or cut down on something means to reduce, to do it less. Now, to cut corners, I gave this great analogy of the piece of paper. We want to get from A to B. The best way to do it is to cut the corner off and go this way. It's much quicker. But whenever I think about cutting corners, yes, you are doing something quicker, but it always has consequences. And I wrote damaging consequences. Thank you for that, Bob. Because in my opinion, when you cut corners, you improve your profits, but usually by lowering quality of a product. That's just one example. There are loads of those examples. I remember always going to a brand new restaurant and thinking, wow, this food is amazing. And then I'd go back again next month and it'd be amazing. And then after about a year, something's changed. They've changed the food. It's just not quite as good as it used to be because they're growing and they want to make more money, and therefore they think, well, how can we make more money? We can put our prices up, great. Oh, and we can reduce the quality of these things. And that's what tends to happen. Once again, just my opinion. What do you need to do to get a company off the ground? This is to get a company started. So there were some great ideas over there about advertising, all those things to really get the company boosted, maybe financial investments, capital, and all those things. To get a company off the ground is to start it up and get it running, to start it from the ground up. To get a break is to get a chance. I've written to get another chance, but it could be either really. You get a break, you get a chance. And I gave that analogy of being stopped by the policeman and he's giving you a speeding ticket and you go, give me a break. And maybe if you're lucky, he'll go, okay, that's fine, I'll give you another chance, don't do it again. Yeah, to get a break is to get a chance. And finally, if you ever get fed up with red tape, or fed up, I've taught many times, it means you get tired of it, you've had enough of it, you're sick and tired of it, you can't bear it anymore, you're fed up with it. And red tape, apologies by the way if I have spelt that wrong, is bureaucracies, company politics. Basically, you want to do something in a company, you want to change something, and you get blocked by this thing that they call red tape. Company politics, no, you can't do this unless you've done this and this and this and this and got the green light from this guy and produced your risk assessment and your financial report. And red tape really stops things from happening, stops things from moving forward. So those are the idioms of today. This is part 2 of our business idioms lesson. Thanks.